I'll be showing you the healing brush and clone stamp tools for touch-ups. There's also another tool in here that I'll show you as well as a bonus tool. But first you need to download the image called headshot.jpg. And this is something we would do with every picture that we're going to run for publication. It's poor form to take off people's moles. Those are things that are permanent. But if somebody wakes up one day and they have blemishes or such and we need to touch those up, or we have scratches in the background, or there's a trash can in the background of a picture and we want to get rid of that, then these would be important tools to use to work with that. So a couple of tools here is the clone stamp. Another is called the healing brush. And then lastly, I'm going to show you the spot healing brush. So I'm going to show you the manual tools first before I show you the easy ones to work with. So let's start with the clone stamp. So the way it works is it's a brush tool, and you can make your brushes larger or smaller. You can have soft edges or hard edges, whatever it is that you're trying to do. But what this tool does, if I click, it tells me I need to first hold Alt key and click because I need to define a space where I want to take something. So just watch this. So I'm going to hold the Alt key and I'm going to select his eye. Alt click, let go, and I start to draw. And we notice that on his eye where I held the Alt key, I see a little plus. That's where it's taking it from, and then where I'm drawing is where it's putting it. And so the clone stamp does it exactly as it sees it. So if I change to the healing brush, not the spot healing brush, but the healing brush, and I do the same thing with it, we're going to notice I Alt click again, let go, and I draw. And what it's doing is it's trying to blend it in. So that's really, really nice for skin. So the way this would work is we would zoom in, we would change and use the healing brush because we just want to feather and soften our selections. And we're going to make the size of the area that we want to fix, we're going to make a brush about the same size. And I'm going to sample clean skin. So I'm going to Alt click here, and then I'm going to let go, and then I'm going to just click and cover that up, and it blends it all nicely. So I'm going to Alt click clean skin, let go, and click and cover that up. Alt click adjacent to the area of the clean skin that I want to take, let go, and then completely cover that up, and it blends it all together. And every single time I'm Alt clicking a new area to select, and I'm also trying to pick a color that's close to, or an area that's close to the spot that I'm trying to fix. So I'm going to Alt click here, let go, and then come around. You'll notice sometimes that it might do that. So maybe I want to define a spot a little further away. Alt click and let go. And I'll show you what this is doing. So if I Alt click here, I cover this up, but I keep on going, I see that I'm just going to repeat the mark higher because it's moving the place that I started, the defining point with it. So I'm going to Alt click, cover it up. Alt click, cover it up. Let's do the forehead real quick. Alt click, Alt click. And this picture originally was already treated. There's really not a lot of blemishes, but maybe like right here, I would Alt click and then cover that up, and that just softens that spot. Maybe up in here, Alt click, and then I'm clicking and letting go. So again, Alt click right next to the area, let go of the Alt key, then click and hold and completely cover that area. We'll pretend like this is a scratch or something. Alt click here. I'm going to come down and completely cover this area up and let go, and it removes it entirely. Alt click, let go, cover it up. And we can just kind of get through this picture. And we got to be careful on edges too, because if I Alt click this and I go like this and I cover it and then I start to touch the edge, sometimes it'll warp those edges, and so I want to stay away from the edge. So I'm just going to try to get that only, and then I'll just grab the outside as well. So I want you to go over this image using the healing brush and clean it up. But when you're done, what I want you to do is I want you to go to File, Revert, and that takes us back to the original saved image. And I want you to do this exercise again. This time, I want you to use the spot healing brush. Spot healing brush does the same thing. It's just that you don't have to hold the Alt key when you do it. So at this point, I'm just simply going over everything. And yes, this is easier, but sometimes this adds a little bit of texture to your images, and I don't really like that. And I don't like the lack of finesse that it has on occasion. So with the with the spot healing brush, it's kind of doing all the selection for us. So this is, of course, a lot quicker. Take this little mark on the wall right there. That's gone, that's gone. So maybe you would address this, first of all, in reality, by using the spot healing brush. And then I might go back in with the healing brush and touch up any of the warping. Like I can see right here, like it warped it a little bit, the pixels. So I'm gonna alt click and I'm gonna just soften that up with a healing brush. And anywhere that you just see like pixelization, I know this is a web graphic, so the resolution wasn't there in the first place, but those are 3 tools that I just want you to be aware of that you'll use quite a bit. So the clone stamp copies things exactly as it sees it. The healing brush, you sample the area and then cover up the spot. And the spot healing brush, you simply just go over stuff and it cleans it all up all together. So give that a shot.